My name is Micah Tawiah Feni. I was approached by a sales guy one afternoon in my office. The guy decided to convince me so that I'll pick up a plan, a funeral plan, I might say. I was naive. I didn't want to pick the policy because we all know some insurance company right here in Ghana, they don't deliver on their promises. So I told him to go and come back the following week. So the guy came. He tried to convince me so that I'll pick one of their policy called the transitions plan. I remember one statement that the guy made that really struck me was, a good life deserves a very good buy. I was like, wow, let me put that onto the policy and see how it goes. So I decided to sign that onto the policy. Fast forward around 2019, around 1:30 a.m., that passed on. At that particular moment, I was very, very confused. I remembered I signed on onto a plan, so I picked my phone and decided to give them a try. I called them, and I must tell you, no time, they were there to pick the dead body from the hospital to the morgue. And because of the psychological trauma that I was going through at that particular moment, I told them to go and I'll follow them. They were like, I can't do that. So I quickly organized myself and joined them at transitions. I must say I was really, really impressed as to how the receptionist received me. The first question she asked was my policy number, and she checked if I really have a policy with them. And indeed I did, and I was paying my premiums frequently. So I was introduced to my arranger, who happens to be the planner for Dad's funeral, who helped me organize Dad's funeral. So fast forward, I came home. We had our first family meeting. I told the family members I have an insurance policy for Dad. I put that onto insurance policy. So they were really, really eager to know what it entails. So I told them I'm entitled to the pickup service. That's that being picked from the hospital to the morgue. I'm also entitled to dressing, embalming, beautification of the dead body. I'm entitled to it. And also entitled to a casket of our choice, which is also part of the policy that I signed on to. Also, we are entitled to their reception facility, their chapel facility. So the family members were really, really impressed. We quickly organized ourselves and went to transitions and gave them the funeral day. Fast forward, the day came. Hold and behold, we go to transitions, and I must tell you, Dad was neatly dressed and put in the same casket that we selected. After the funeral really, really went well. The air condition was on point, the sound was on point, the arrangement was also on point. After the service, I received a lot of applause from my church members, my family members, even those who refused to sign on to the policy when the guy came. They said, Micah, you've really, really done well. But one statement really struck me, a message that came from my grandma. She was like, Micah, I really want the same thing to be done to me when I finally say goodbye to my maker. I told her, don't worry. Though I don't have a policy for you, I'll make sure they also give you a befitting funeral services. So a day or two, I was there and I received a notification on my phone, which happens to be cash, which is part of the policy that I signed. I was like, wow, I'm really impressed. These people have really, really delivered on their promises. So what I want to tell everyone is, get a trusted insurance company and sign your loved one on, because tomorrow is never promised. And I also remember a message that I received from my grandma. She was like, wow, Micah, you've done well. I want the same thing to be done to me when I finally say goodbye to you guys. I said, Grandma, don't worry. Even though I don't have a policy for you now, I'll make sure they gives you a befitting burial. So what I want to say is, insurance really, really pays. Insurance pays. Notify, submit, get paid.